So, have you heard of CBEX, the so-called AI trading platform that promised people a lot of money? It promised to double their money in 30 days. It just vanished. Like it's gone. So, if you're one of those people who hate this fraudulent trading platforms, then you're going to want to listen to this.
CBS looked legit. They had real staffs. They paid people for months, but it was all part of the plan. For those people that don't know what CBS is, CBS was presented to be an investment scheme that they claim they make their money from crypto trading. They had real staffs. They had a physical building. They had WhatsApp and Telegram support group. It looked like a well-structured business from the outside, but it was all a Ponzi scheme.
So let's start from the top. So CBEX is also called the CBEX Group, and they marketed themselves as an AI crypto trading platform. So it claimed to have licenses from Canada and Japan, and it promised 100% return on investment in just 30 days. Sounds too good to be true, right? But then people believed it and invested their money. And at the end of the day, they found out that this platform was fraudulent. So they had this sleek looking dashboard, Telegram, support group, and even fake withdrawal alerts to make people believe that they were genuine. These were the things that they used to get more people to be on the platform. In fact, they even had downlines and encouraged people to get others to join. Sometimes you couldn't withdraw. You probably will have to bring a certain number. So it depends on the plan you were on. Sometimes you need to bring up to 12 people before you can even withdraw the money they claimed that you had on the platform. So on April 14th, 2025, CBEX shut down. Just like that, accounts were wiped clean. So balances went from like 1.3 million to zero, and their support groups were closed. So, they had the support groups on Telegram where people could reach out to them and, try to find out what was happening with their monies and all that. Suddenly, people didn't have access to such support groups. So now they asked users to pay extra verification fee. So you have to pay it depending on the amount of money you wanted to verify. So they broke it down into like $100, $200, or certain amounts of money to be able to verify your own account. So anybody who falls for that trick you get, or for that fraud, and pays them the money, it's a big risk you're taking. So it was like watching a car crash in motion. Some people had even borrowed to invest. So this wasn't a small scam. A Hong Kong Security Commission had already warned people about this. And I hear that the Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria had also done this. But it appeared that this information didn't come out early enough. But then again, some people would have heard this and still gone ahead to participate.
So after my last video go viral where I call out EFCC and SEC towards this CBEX matter, many blogs carry am, even through there not self post am. See the video here. So the Security and Exchange Commission, which is the SEC, and also the EFCC, wetin are they even dey do? Because if una truly dey work, CBEX no suppose even exist from day one, and people wey promote that platform suppose don dey custody by now. So EFCC, in partnership with Interpol, don launch investigation towards the alleged 1.3 trillion naira fraud by CBEX.
So guys, what do you think is the reason why people keep getting scammed? Because these are not uneducated people. These are not poor people. Yes, we would have some people who would have put in the last monies into this kind of investment. So what is it? We had the MMM, and there was another one that came after the MMM. I don't remember the name, but why do people keep getting scammed? They don't even report as many of these scams as they actually occur. I have a colleague some time ago who got involved in one of these scams. I have, in fact, several different scams. These things keep happening. So what's the problem? Why do people keep getting to believe this thing? Some of the lessons we should learn from these things are: one, if it promises 100% in 30 days, you should run. Such investments are not, they don't sound like something real. They are not realistic. So why would people believe them? Sometimes when you see others cashing out, you get the impression that they are genuine and they are real. No. Most of the time, they are using people's monies to pay for your cashing out. So as new members come, they use the new members' monies to pay for the ones that had previously invested. So if it's 100%, in fact, 100% is too much. Even 50% return on your investment is a lot. It's a lot. It's too good to be true. Another thing is that if they push you to invite friends, run. Because you will be taking a big risk. You're risking your money and you're risking the money of another person. Most of the time, people will hold you responsible if anything goes wrong with their money. So that's one of the things that you should know, should make you stay away from it. Another thing is that if there's no real product or service being sold, you are the product. So just know that. Keep that at the back of your mind that you are the product. Your money is their money. And that's where you should see the scam. You're the product. And then another thing is, if you can't verify their license or their official government site, or they don't have an office or building that you can go to, especially for this kind of investment, you should run. So there's something I used to tell people. Then I said, if I would ever advise anyone to get involved in any of this kind of thing, is that you should actually make sure you're only investing money that you can afford to lose. It's a game. Ensure that it's money that, if for example you have 1 million and you're sure that you can play around, you can afford to lose 300,000. Invest only 300,000, because business, every form of business is a risk. So invest only that first 300,000 that you can afford to lose. And don't increase that investment, because that is the money that you can afford to lose. Ensure that you are only getting a return on that investment. Allow it to run for a while before you can, until you have built a lot of trust and you really, really trust your investors or the people you're investing in, before you even try to increase that money. But ensure that when you're increasing the money, you're only increasing money from that investment. That is the return on that investment. Don't take people's monies and invest. Don't take your house rent. Don't take your children's school fees. Don't take your money that you need to feed on. Don't take your savings. Don't take your neighbor's maybe money's corporation money. That's what a lot of people have done in the past. So don't do that. Just only invest money that you can afford to lose. And ensure that you are using that money for a long time before you increase your investment. If you're greedy about these things, you will get hurt. You will lose a lot of money. These are some of the tips I give people, that if you want to invest in most of these things, these are some of the steps you should take to ensure that you protect your own money. So, what do you think about this? I'd like to hear from you guys. Were you one of those who were scammed? Do you have anybody who has been scammed like this? Do you have any experiences with this? And what advice can you give people who are going to be watching this video, or people who have been scammed before? So if you enjoy this video, could you please subscribe, like the video, and then share it so that I can be encouraged to do a lot more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.